Alright, y'all. Welcome back to my Gold Mining Simulator series. We're on to the second episode of the series. Last time, we went ahead and went with a gold pan and a sluice box and got enough money saved up to go ahead and work our way to getting the mobile wash center. So now we're just going to go ahead and get started. So I had to buy a couple more things off camera and it kind of put me into the negative. So I got to kind of make some of that money back. And so we got the gold, we got the mobile wash plant. We got our generator, we got our other stuff down here to clean the gold and everything else. We had to move our water source a little bit, our water generator. And then over here, we got this big boy right here. It's the smallest version of it, besides for the mini excavator, which is part of a DLC. But, so, this is what we got for now. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started, alright? Alright, start this thing back up. Now here and get the generator started as well. Awesome. And I just gotta start this thing up as well. Make sure everything's flowing right. Yep, and it is awesome. Now, go ahead and jump into the excavator and we're gonna get digging. Gotta get everything lined up as well, so. I have no clue what part's going to be like the best for mining. We're just going to go with what we got and try to make big money this time. I'm hoping now that we're doing the mobile wash plant, we'll be able to get some good money coming in. Since we're smaller, try to stay about right here, hopefully. Get it set up to where we're about perfect. Oh yeah, that's like perfect right there. Alright, awesome. So we're just gonna swing this thing around. Ooh, not like that. Don't want that view. There we go. Alright, awesome. Hey, and let's get to digging. So this is gonna be a little bit of a slower process, I believe. Maybe a little bit faster, somewhere around there. But either way, first bucket going in. And look at that, I already found a nugget, a 1.48 ounce nugget. Awesome, look at that already. Getting big old scoops out of there and getting nuggets. Looky there, another nugget already. Wow, 1.91 ounce that time. Yeah, got it set to the perfect distance. And looky there, boys and girls, we're already finding a bunch of nuggets. And we're just on the first, the first surface of it. I think we might be in a hot spot here. And we just keep finding nuggets left and right. Holy. That's crazy. So yeah, we're just gonna keep doing this until we fill up the old bucket here. So, Jesus, biggest nugget yet, 2.06 ounce nugget. Wow. I think this is gonna be a good day, boys and girls. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep getting to it, and I'll check back in with you when I get this thing full. All right, guys. So we went ahead and we're already about 100. I think we're at 90 or something %. But yeah, we're at 92. Okay, I can actually keep digging a little bit more. But I thought we were going to hit 100% with that bucket, but obviously we didn't. So we're going to do a couple more buckets here, and we'll go ahead and start. Oh, and it didn't fill up the bucket all the way. All right. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and do a couple more buckets here. I think that's what it's going to take, and then we'll have a full bucket, and we'll go ahead and do our first clean out. Oh, look there, another nugget. Good lord, we've been pulling nuggets left and right out of this hole here. I think I'm on some good gold here. Hoping, anyways. Could be a lot of nuggets and then a lot of nothing, Fuel is low. Okay. So it looks like I'm probably gonna have to, after this, see what I get from doing that. Oh, am I gonna push 100%? Nope. Thought I was gonna get 100% on that, but obviously not, so we'll do another like half scoop or something. Or just do another full scoop, that works too. So go ahead and come over here. Yep, do our last bucket. Boom. And that should be 100% on the old mobile wash plant here. Yep, 100%. Alright, awesome. Alright, go ahead and shut her down. Awesome. So now we're gonna come over here. Gonna dump all this in here. Just about 25% on that, which isn't too terrible. Now I just gotta shut off the water for a sec. Oh, excavator's not off. We're just gonna teleport over here. There we go. And just in nuggets so far y'all, we've got 26 ounces of gold, which is absolutely insane from just nuggets. I promise y'all I'm not cheating. There's just, I guess, that much gold in the ground there. I guess we're on some really, really good gold, which I would have never imagined. So we're gonna go ahead and start this, get it going, get our stuff cleaned out. Oh. Oh, hey, I know why it ain't working. I think I gotta turn water on, guys. There we go. Alright, awesome. Cleaning it right up. And the gold bucket's already almost full. Lord. And we're gonna fill her all the way up. Awesome. Go ahead and shut that down. Transfer over our water and our electric. Because I was too lazy to go ahead and buy an extension, or, you know, a multi one, so. Alright, go ahead and, oh, you know, go ahead and turn that on. And go ahead and see how much gold we get from this. Okay. Not too bad, not too bad. Go ahead and let it go ahead and get all the gold out. Then we'll see how much we get. About 10% yet. Alright, so we jumped to about 4 ounces. Yeah, about 4 ounces of gold. What we got from that. So not too bad, not too bad. Alright. Well, guys, I think I'm just going to keep on going, and we'll see how much we get in the end. Make sure I got my trusty dusty water hose here all good. Awesome. Actually, now I gotta go get fuel, so I think I'm actually gonna go do a mini clean out here. So did that first clean out, and now we're gonna turn everything off and go get a fuel trailer if we're able to, so we can go ahead and fuel up that big beast over there. So heading to town real quick and do that. Hopefully, anyways. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. I really do appreciate it. I know I'm small yet, but, you know, I hope to be bigger one of these days. And the only way I can do that is with your guys' support, so that'd be very much appreciated. And when I do want to point something out as well, when I do these videos for y'all, I'm not doing it for, you know, the money. I'm not doing it for any of that. I'm doing it just because I want to provide, you know, I want to provide good content for you guys. And that's just something that I've really been wanting to do, and I finally have the chance to do it, so I'm trying to do that for y'all. You know, I kind of got my confidence back up with my ability to do all this stuff, and You know, I think it's going good so far. I'd say we got about 20 views on the last video, on episode 1, which isn't too bad. I mean, we could definitely be doing a little bit better. But that's where, like I said, just your guys' support's going to come and play here. And if I could drive right. But I mean, yeah, your guys' support's going to come and play big time with, you know, me growing and being able to provide more content for you guys. Because I'm a one-man show right now. I don't have an editor or anything like that. And, oh, Lord. And I can't even do that. So I'm going to have to sell a little bit of it off. Just to be able to afford to do what I'm doing. I'm going to have to sell a little bit more off. Ugh, I hate doing that. Don't want to. There we go, that's about good enough. Alright. So a little bit more off. Just to make sure we got enough to smelt a full gold bar. Alright, there we go. Just gotta wait 15 seconds. Because how it's set up for me is it's on times 12 on the speed for the, you know, the time of the day. So it's easier for us to do this. Just makes it a little bit faster with how everything goes. It just uses a lot more fuel instead of being like real time, you know. It uses the in-game time and speeds it up by 12 instead of being basically 1-to-1 with the real life time. And I would like to give a shout out to one person who's helped me get my confidence back and kind of teach me some things on how to make this content for you guys. His name's going to be Officer Midnight. Go check him out on Twitch. I'll put something down in the description. He's, you know, I work with him because I have a little business for 5M. And, you know, I've made stuff for him. You know, he buys stuff from us. You know, it's kind of like a partnership on our end. And he's helped me out kind of learn the ins and outs of what to do for content creation. So big shout out to him on helping me, you know, get to where I'm at on learning everything. As, you know, like I said, make sure you go show him some love just for helping me with everything. Yeah, let's go ahead over here to the bank and sell this 20-ounce gold bar. Well, I think it's about 18 ounces actually. Yeah, if I'm correct off the top of my head, just because it's you know, lose I think 2 ounces of gold. Yeah, 18 ounces. So yeah, this about, and I dropped it. So, all right, yeah, let's see here, $21,000. So that is so far our biggest clean out. So I mean, you see like how much the profitability is compared to whenever you're just starting out with the gold pan in a sluice box. You know, the gold you're making, you know, per hour, you know, per real life time is going to be so like significantly different, you know. Sorry, I'm like having tongue twisters on myself here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get over here, buy a fuel trailer so we can afford to fuel our big beast over there. So yeah, let's see over here. See how much this thing's gonna run us. Oh, okay, not too bad. Only $4,000. So yeah, go ahead and get that. I don't know if there's anything else we need. I don't believe there is. Take a look here and just see. Yeah, I don't really think I need anything else right now. Actually, a couple more buckets, so I have enough for everything. Anything else I think I would need? And I could buy a trailer, but I don't think I'm wanting to do that right now. Yeah, screw it. We're just gonna go ahead and get over here, buy everything. So I think in total, yeah, about not even $4,000 to do all that, which drops us down to $17,935. So not too bad. Oh, Not yet. I need to grab the bucket. Oh, I have 2 buckets over here. Okay. I didn't buy a second bucket, but yes, I did. Oh, well, yeah, I did. I'm sorry, guys. I'm special. I didn't think I grabbed 2 buckets, and I went ahead and did do that, so. Oh, that was a little buggy. Jeez. Okay, go ahead and get up here. Connect that trailer. Alright, cool. Got the fuel tank attached. Alright, let's go get fuel, guys. Need to get some in the truck as well so I don't run out. And sorry if my look speed's a little bit slower. I'm using my controller for everything. I believe I said that in the first video. But I just do that because it's easier than using the keyboard and mouse on it. I don't understand all the controls with it, and I don't feel like learning them. So I'm just gonna stick with using my controller for it. Only thing I think I use the keyboard and mouse for is when I'm painting for gold. That's the main thing I do it for. Yeah, so this trailer holds 264.17 gallons, which with $10.70 a gallon is $2,825.90. It's not too shabby. A little bit pricey, but not too shabby. When you're pulling in over $21,000 and still more to go, you know, I think that's pretty good. You know, on the pricing scale anyways. It looks like it's starting to get a little bit dark here. Obviously, we're in Alaska. It don't really get dark, so it just kind of gets dim. So not really nothing to worry about. Ooh, can't stop. Run over poles while we're at it. So, I forgot to mention today. So our plan for today is to try to, you know, dig up a bunch of ground. I don't think we're going to try to move to tier 3 yet. That'll probably be episode 3 that we'll do that. So, which when we get to episode 3, that's going to be tier 3. And tier 3, if I'm correct, is the beginning of us actually building a, you know, actual cleaning station, you know. And this trailer is liking to be a little bit funky right now. Yeah, actually, we'll go ahead and stop real quick, and we'll see what it is for tier 3. So obviously there's tier 2, tier 3. Yep, that's when we're actually going, you know, we're actually going to move to buying the shaker, trommel, and all that stuff, which is when we're going to get into the big money. And all that stuff's pretty pricey, so it's going to take us a while before we can get to that. So we're going to be here mining for a while. We're going to dig up a pretty decent bit of ground before we do anything. Go and lock the diff here so it's not gonna drag me around everywhere. Ooh, leg. Alright, go ahead and get in this old beast here. Oh, wrong thing. Hit it around. Grab the gas nozzle. Alright, we're filling her up. Gonna use a lot of fuel. She's a big girl. You know, she has a big tank on her. It looks like we have about 1% left in the in the mobile wash plant. So we'll go ahead and start everything back up once I get this old girl filled up, and we'll go from there. Awesome. Tank's fully refilled. Alrighty. Go ahead and get this thing out of the way. Oh, don't hit the wash plant. go ahead and park it over here for now. Stop moving. There you go. Alright. I think we're not going to get any sleep tonight. We're just going to go ahead and, you know, rush through this and keep on minding. We'll just have to turn on headlights. Alright, come over here, turn this big girl back on. Alright, and we're rolling. Not give me the view I wanted to have. Can't see where I'm going. We're going to dig like this because I can't see. To me, it's just kind of funky digging like this, but oh well. Yeah, I'm dropping gold out doing that. It's alright though. We're on good ground, we'll make it back. Only got like a partial little scoop there. Alright guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and keep digging, and I'll get back to you once we do our second clean out with this thing. Alright guys, so we've got to 99%, which is close enough. I'm not going to worry about filling it the rest of the way. We're just going to grab the bucket and go over there and throw it in the magnetite separator, which gets us to about 25%. We're going to go ahead and fill this bucket again to get a double clean out in one go, because we're going to need quite a bit of money to, you know, even get remotely close to our goal for this video. So we're going to have to dig for quite a bit in order to get to that goal. So let's keep digging. Alright guys, so I'm gonna say we're about to I think 93%, 94%, something like that. Like I said, we're kind of having to expand out a little bit more on the bucket because we're starting to not be able to reach because of how small our reach is on this thing. Yeah, I say it ain't working too well with the deeper spots. So sorry, yeah, we're at 93%, so we're almost there to our second bucket full. And now it's just trying to get as much dirt as we can in our bucket, which you can see our reach is very, very limited. So I think we're going to have to start kind of expanding out a little bit this way. There we go. Yeah, getting a little bit more gold, or not gold, but a little bit more dirt in there. Yeah, there's a lot more dirt actually. But yeah, we're slowly just trying to get the second bucket. And then I think we're gonna end it off there once we do that, because this is gonna take probably a couple episodes at least to get up to tier 3, how much we need, because we got to make sure we have enough per day to be able to afford it. So go ahead and finish getting this last bucket, and we'll do a last clean out. Go sell our gold. Oh, we're already at 100. Awesome. So I'll go ahead and shut her down. Go ahead and shut the excavator off after I bring it to the ground. Go. So go ahead and shut everything. Go ahead and shut this off. Yep, it's already off. Awesome. Bring it over here to the magnetite separator. Alright, that brings us up to about 50%. So it's about 25% per bucket. So, alright, let's see here. Yeah, we dug up 334 yards of dirt, or processed pay dirt anyways. Provision and rent, I only had to pay about an ounce and a quarter. Awesome. Yeah, I say we're about there, guys. So go ahead and grab our water hose and start getting to it. Love having these two close together because then I ain't gonna go too far with the plug to get them plugged in. Alright, yeah, let's go and get this thing started. Dude, I think we're actually gonna have more. Alright, cool. Alright, yeah, so we're not getting too much magnetite whenever we do that, so go ahead and throw that 50% in there. Start her back up to finish off what we have left in here, which should get us about another 50% in our bucket, if not more. Oh, well, we're gonna get more than that. We're probably gonna get another bucket full. Almost another bucket. Got about 2% in our magnetite bucket. So, gotta go ahead and connect the water hose and the electric over here. Alright, so we got water. Alright, let's go ahead and start her up and see how much gold we get. Like I said, we got about 24 ounces of gold just in nuggets from digging them couple buckets out. Well, looks like we're gonna have another good payday coming in. Might have enough to get 2 18-ounce bars. Which, if we do, that's gonna be good. Real good. It's gonna be over $40,000, I believe. And if I'm correct, yeah, we're on day 3. So we got about 8 days till summer. Summertime's when we're really going to be getting into it, though, because hopefully by that time we will have some decent bit. And okay, not too bad, 7.44 ounces. So not as much as I'd like, but it's decent. So we're going to go ahead and run up here and get our hose back and get it connected. Alright, there we go, and get our electric cord and run it back over here. Oh, I'm special. So never mind. Not running that one because I forget it takes the big cord, and we already got that over there, so. There we go. I'll just go ahead and plug that back into the magnetite separator. There we go, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab, move the wave table a little bit. I'm running over here to the truck. I'm gonna grab the other buckets that I got. Try to shut everything down. Yeah, in game it's about 12:45. So not too terrible. We're not doing too bad on time. Took us about a day and a half of mining. And this time it can actually be classified as mining. So, go ahead and hop in the truck. And head on over to go sell our gold. So that should bring what we have in the bank up to about 50,000, maybe a little bit more. But we'll see when we get there. And like I said, guys, I'm probably going to end it off here after I go and sell this gold and see how much everything is and see how much we get. And that's just to kind of take our time with it, because I'm not trying to rush through this series. You know, I want to take our time with it. There will be more videos other than just the series being posted. I'm also going to work on doing like, I only have Farming Sim 19, so I might do some of that. And I also might do some 5M videos as well. If you guys watch Bay Area Bugs, kind of like video styled like that. But, I mean, other than that, it's just going to be the series until I can think of more ideas to come up with and get more games. That's the thing that kind of restricts me on the content that I can make for y'all, is the amount of games I have and the storage on my computer. Once I get more of both, I can start making more content for you guys. So, park up here. Go ahead and start selling it. Alright, go ahead and wait the fit. We're going to wait about 30 seconds in total for both these bars. So we'll get back to it. I'll get back to you guys whenever we get the gold. Alright, y'all. First bar is done processing, so we're going to go ahead and process the second bar. Gets about 12 ounces, so put this in the truck bed. Then I'll get back to you guys whenever the second bar gets done. Alright guys, second bar is done. So go ahead and get over to the shop and process that. So, or I should say sell them anyways, not process it. I would say y'all get a little gist of what I'm trying to say here. You know, it is almost 2 o'clock in the morning while I'm recording this, so I've been recording for I think since about 1 o'clock. A little bit before, somewhere around there. There we go, perfect parking. Alright, and we got about $34,000 or so worth of gold. So go ahead and sell all that. Yeah, it brings our total up to $45,520, and so not too bad. Not too bad at all. So now what we got to do is we got to run over to the heavy equipment shop and see how much all of our equipment's going to cost us. So, and that'll give us kind of a rough estimate. The first things first, we're going to need this big boy here, which is already, Jesus, $69,469. So that's already quite a bit, and then another $41,000 for the big power generator, because that's what we're really going to have that in order to power everything. Then all of our sluices, they're going to need, so that's not too much. That's not too much. And then head over here. Shaker, $82,000. Good lord. Well, actually, let's see here. See what we're all going to need. So shaker, trommel, duplex jig, sluice boxes, big power generator, cables. So four sluice box grates, 3 buckets, 3 miners grills, and 6 miners mosses. So yeah, we're going to need quite a bit. So shaker, $82,494. And then the D-rocker is not really what we need, but the duplex jig, that's 30. So we're just going to go ahead and do this. We're going to just add everything in that we're going to need. Just one of them. I believe if I'm correct, yeah, we're just going to need one of these, if I'm correct. Yeah, trommel. That's for this, so one of those. Yeah, that's for that. Okay. I believe 2 of these, if I'm correct. Not entirely sure off the top of my head. So we got all that, and then correct. What else we need? That's all. I think the upgraded equipment. I don't think we need the rocker. I'll look, but I'm not sure. See here. No, so actually, hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I got everything right here. Okay, so the D-rocker is something we will need as well. Eventually, later on. So the main wash plan is what right there. And then, yeah, tier 4 is like the D-rocker. And that's kind of like the upgraded part of it. So, yeah, I mean, we're going to have to buy a lot of equipment in order to make this next one work. So it's going to take us quite a bit of money. Let me go ahead and get everything added that I'm going to have to buy first. I got to buy one of these. One of these. Not 2, 1. Alright, let's see here. So, as of right now, everything we're going to need is about $295,000. So, we're about not even a quarter of the way there, let's be completely honest. So, yeah, we're gonna have to do quite a bit more mining in order to even get remotely close to what we're wanting to buy. So let's go ahead and head back to the claim, and we'll go ahead and start getting this thing rolling to end it off for the day, alright? If I don't die trying to get there. And it's snowing yet, so we're gonna have snow on the ground. In the morning, anyways. Oh, yep, and I already hit a wall, or fence anyways. Alright guys, so that's the end of the video for today. If you, I know I said this earlier in the video, but if you guys haven't, make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate every single one of y'all. And until next time, peace.